one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, it's us again. I'm Tyler. This is Frank. Welcome to this week's episode of It's Us Again, where we are going to be just talking about interesting, weird, unique things that we have seen in public. So, Frank, kick us off because this is something you really wanted to talk about. So, I assume you have something juicy
So
that you want to
I'm a
say.
new resident in Oregon, here in Oregon. I only been here for me and my partner only been here for 3 months now. 3 months and about one a week. But they have wildlife here in Oregon that's a little bit more bigger than city life and that things that you will see
It's a
in a
bear.
zoo in city. Yeah. So I had went out with a friend at the time in July of this year, and we're walking down the street in the middle of the night, and
Mm.
I just see a creature, and you just see black hair and you see white hair, and I'm like, "Is that a skunk?" She's like, "Yes." She's like, "Walk slow," and we literally
Uh-uh.
were just like slowly, and then just got that like pacing because they will chase you if they're scared. They will spray,
Oh,
and
God, yes.
their scents go far.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God, have you ever had like a pet or somebody get sprayed by a skunk?
nah, I heard it sits on their skin long.
No.
So
Oh my God, yeah, horrible. We had
yeah,
a dog. Her name was Leia.
okay.
She got sprayed by a skunk once. That was a couple of days before that smell came out, and I think we even had to take her to a dog groomer to
Mm.
officially get the smell out of her fur and everything because it was just that rank.
Did
They
they have to
took like
cut?
tomato juice, and I don't even think that's the proper thing to get out
I think
skunk
it's
spray, like the
I,
scent.
no, I think it's a lot of combination of maybe tomato juice and vinegar, because vinegar can override a tough smell, but it's not
True.
overpowering where it's just like, ew, you wearing vinegar. It's like, nah, what happened? You know what I mean? Did they have
Yeah.
to shave her down?
No, no. Like I said, we just took her to the groomer. They, washed her, took out some of her fur, like
Mm,
like they took brushed her,
okay,
and it went away basically on its own.
okay, okay.
Let's see.
That's crazy.
Trying to think. There's some interesting things that I have seen out in public. A lot of this stuff happens while I'm riding my bike and the cars are actively trying to hit me or something, you know. They open their doors without looking. I
Mhm,
mean, that's most of the crazy stuff
mhm.
is on the road.
Okay,
That's the craziest things that I normally see.
okay.
Drivers running red lights. Like an example, today on the way home from the grocery store,
Mhm.
the light had already changed to red on their side, but they just kept blowing through that light, which I know you know all too well with Chicago.
Mhm.
They're like, "What? The light's red? That's fine. Like all six of us can get through that."
Yeah.
And so there's that. You see people who just decide that they're going to coast through like four-way stop signs, all sorts of nonsense. That's usually some of the crazier things. Pedestrians walking out in front of cars, not using a crosswalk. And I'm sure the longer that we keep talking, the more things are going to come up.
Yeah. I think like definitely for me here, it's just a lot of animals that I'm not used to seeing on an everyday that are bigger. A lot of the cats that are here are big, like they're huge, and you'll just see them just walking down the street or like staring at you. Like this one cat
Mm.
tried to attack our dog. I literally watched it. It was scoping our dog out, and it went into the bushes. And I'm like, I can see you, and it was scoping out our dog like with
I
its
can
paw.
see you.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. I'm like, what is this? So I'm scooped like the cat take its paw and just like move the grass out the way, like to see us, and then gets to looking at our dog, and then just gets to following. I'm like,
Mhm.
dude, I'm gonna have to kick this cat.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
there's
have to kick this cat.
yeah, the squirrels here are huge. Like the squirrels here are like this big, and it makes sense because the trees here are way taller and like thicker. So I think that just evolution.
So they're just jacked.
Yeah, that's literally it. I'm like, are you serious? And like,
You just there's just the one squirrel. Dude, you're like, oh, hey, little guy, you're so cute. And he turns, and he's just like, whoo,
yeah, like
just like flexes at you, and you're like, whoa.
the animals here are
You're like,
huge. You'll be
just
walking and
huge.
you'll see like snakes. Like if you want to pet,
Nope, done. Over it. Nope.
yeah, like
If I see
oh
a
yeah,
snake, I'm done.
you probably wanna walk in the woods here, but yeah, you see snakes. So it's no use of
No,
buying
like
snakes from the store. You can just get your own. Like
I don't want
yeah,
my own. I want them to
yeah,
go away.
yeah, it's
Like,
probably not good
I,
if
I
UFC.
know I've shown you the video of the guy in Australia who had one of the most venomous snakes in the country just go up his pant leg,
Mm-hmm.
and he clamped it off at the head, which is right next to his crotch, and then he just grabs the tail, yanks it, and throws it. And I was like, absolutely not. I would have already been deceased. Like a snake goes up my pant leg,
Mm-hmm.
I am automatically going to coin slot my spirit up into heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And God's going to be asking me, what are you doing here? And I'll be like, look down there. You see that? That's why. And then he's just going to shove my spirit back in there. And I'm going to be, no.
Yeah,
Like, no, I don't do snakes. I would be deceased.
yeah. What's some other stuff like in
Mm-mm.
Chicago as far as like
I know I have seen a Pornhub truck. No, Suburban. It was a Suburban that said Pornhub on the side, like the actual Pornhub logo. And
then
then I walked not even 50 feet down the road, and somebody had drawn a penis into the snow on the building. So
legend,
signs, I guess.
legendary, legendary. Shout out.
Legendary, very legendary.
That's so funny. Um,
What's some other crazy things that I've seen in public? Gosh. Hmm. Hmm. You would think that, going to, like being gay, going to the market days and other pride events, you would see a lot of crazy stuff. I really don't. Oh, never mind. I have, but it's not really for the channel. It's not really for this podcast. It's more for the
okay,
Patreon. Um, because Market Days it's the pride event of the year. It
okay,
happens in August in Chicago every year. And it's definitely not suitable for work.
okay.
Definitely NSFW there.
Okay.
And it gets even more so as the sun goes down. So as it progressively gets darker, it gets crazier, more
Okay.
kinky, less clothing.
Okay.
So that's some wild and weird stuff that you can see. I'm trying to go through some of my pictures to jog my memory because who knows, maybe I actually took one.
The people here, I guess like some of the homeless people or just regular people, I don't know, they like you'll see random clothes like just scattered throughout the sidewalk. And at first when we got here, I thought it was just like a gimmick or whatever. But you see that all the time. Like people
Mhm.
like take their clothes off. And then you'll just see a trail of those clothes.
Like all of them are just like their shirt.
No, everything. And that's what you will find along the sidewalk.
Everything. All right.
And at first
Okay.
I thought it was a
Yeah,
gimmick.
as you
I'm
do,
like,
you know.
yeah, I'm like, no, this is real. It's been like this for 3 months. And you see it everywhere. And everyone
What
is just
is
like,
like
yeah. So
Yeah, no, I always get kind of weirded out when I just see like random clothes
mhm.
because it's like, what happened here?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Or it's like a
Everywhere.
bike that went missing. Well,
Mhm.
not a bike that went missing. Like, when a bike gets left for
Mhm.
weeks or months or years,
Mhm.
what happened to
Yeah.
this person?
Man.
That's concerning.
Yeah.
Sure, you may have lost a baby shoe or like your sweatshirt fell off your
Yeah.
waist. That's that's easy enough to figure out, but
Mhm.
a whole bike just abandoned with a really nice lock.
Mhm.
Why?
Yeah.
How? What happened to this person?
Mhm.
So I always find that crazy as well. I'm like, what's the story here? This is
Mhm.
super rusted, and the
Yeah.
tires are gone. There's basically nothing left of this bike.
Mhm.
What happened? you know?
Mhm.
Uh, you would think with all the picturesque windows at work, I'd have seen some. Do you have anything?
I got them
You
for
lived in
days.
Chicago longer than I did.
No, I'm talking about, well, I guess that we can do it, I guess we can do it in
I was
Chicago.
gonna say, I figured the topic is like
But
broad about
I got them.
anything.
I have them for days here and in Chicago. I can keep going, but
But for me, right now, for some reason, it's like I've been talking to myself over and over in my head, okay, I want the burger with onions, tomatoes, minus lettuce, no pickle. And then I finally get up to the register. Oh, what do you want to order? And I'll be like, I don't know.
yeah,
I totally forgot everything.
yeah.
So like I'm having a massive brain fart and I can't think of
That's
all the
cool.
fun stories. They're just
Um,
dumb.
uh,
I
that,
did just today. Some guy was coming into the store, and either his sack fell over, or there was a hole, and he had like a bunch of quarters. I'm not even kidding you. Probably like $20 worth of quarters just fell out all over the ground. My like obviously we stopped and helped to pick them up,
mhm,
but as picking them up, like school had just gotten out, so all the kids were at Jewel Lasco being hoodlums. But a few of the kids stopped to help, and they were picking up. And the one she was like, "Oh my God, you guys! Like the teacher's gonna think of us like so good. We've been like they're gonna be watching us and like looking at what we're doing, and they're gonna be so proud of us." I'm like, not sure that's why you should be doing it, but I guess it's a start.
mhm.
So, I mean, that was really nice and sweet until she said that, and I was just like, is that why you're doing it?
Yeah, that's fine.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got.
there was one time, um, when we were looking for a place here in Chicago for about 4 years ago now,
Mhm,
we were walking up Clark, and there was a car that just parked at the stoplight, and a biker pulls up next to him, slaps his hand on the either hood or roof of his car and screams at the driver, "You are a horrible driver!"
yeah.
And I don't remember exactly why he said that,
Mhm,
but the people who were with me, they're like, "Oh yeah, no, like absolutely." And I'm like, "Wait, what happened?" All I
mhm,
heard was the screaming. So I
mhm.
don't remember. There's a blind spot in my brain right now about why he got yelled at, but with the drivers here, I'm not shocked.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I know. I think it's pretty cool. A lot of the elders here, they drive. There's more elders in the state, so anybody that's driving slow, people here don't use their horns a lot because 100% is an elder. It's always literally like,
Nah.
so that's everywhere, and you'll be like, why is this person? No, that's just what they is. So the elders here, you'll see them driving their cars a lot. They ride their bikes a
hmm
lot, and the state here just respect it. It's nothing you can like do. And
Yeah.
all of them, all of the elders go to the grocery store and all stores every single day from like 1 o'clock all the way to like 5 o'clock. And everything is a little bit
hmm
slower and there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to just work with it. Yeah.
No, thank you.
So if you don't
No,
have
thanks.
patience or with that, it's just like it's not happening. It's just not. Yeah.
That's why I don't drive.
Yeah. And,
There was speaking of older, when I was back living in Michigan, this is probably like 2017. We
mhm,
were a few friends and I, we were all driving down to the main city,
mhm,
and just going down the freeway, and this person was just like going back and forth between the fast lane and the slow lane, and I was like, oh my god, they're going like the bare minimum for the slow lane, which is 55. So as I was passing them,
Mm.
so I just flashed them the peace sign, and
Yeah.
then I get caught behind another slow driver.
Okay.
We passed them, two elderly people. They seemed really nice. Um, Passed us again, and the guy who was driving, he's like, "Peace." As he passes us, I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
you did not just do that!" And I'm like, "Okay, respect for this person because same energy was given."
That's funny. That's funny. It's Chicago is one of those cities where it's like there's gonna always be interesting things done out in public,
Mm.
and you can,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like people masturbating on a CTA train.
I had a friend who was on his way into work, and he said that he saw some lady. He was on the bus coming in, going
Mhm.
down Irving Park, and he saw some lady just next to the bus stop, just pull down her pants and just defecate all over the sidewalk.
I mean,
And it's just another day, another life, another dollar in Chicago.
look, if you have to go,
I'm bold. I was coming into work one morning, and a guy, uh I don't know if he was homeless, I don't know what his story is, but he just like lumbers up to one of the abstract sculptures that was out front of the Target, pulls down his pants and just starts peeing all over it. And I was just passing on my way to work in the bus, and I was like, all right, all right, it is only 7 in the morning, like what else are you gonna do?
that's
um yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Hey, look,
And
you gotta
then on my first time driving in the city, my first and last, um, I watched a taxi rear end another taxi and then speed off. You know, I get in trouble, I guess. So the other taxi, obviously pissed, races after this other one, and I'm like, did you guys just run like 2 red lights? And then they turn right and out of sight, out of mind. And I'm like, well, what happened? I need to know the tea now. I need to know what happened after this.
Well, here's the thing with
What's
that.
the beef?
Here's the thing with
Uh-huh.
that. You're just gonna damage your car trying to chase another person. That's the whole.
Exactly. It's like
That's yeah,
the back is broken, but now you want to ruin the front too?
exactly.
Go
So
off.
yeah, doesn't make any
And then
sense.
I saw somebody else, same day, going back to Michigan, cut from, and you know the Chicago freeway, 4 lanes of traffic. They went from the farthest left lane to the farthest right lane in a span of 5 seconds by going diagonally with a middle of the night black car, no blinker, just whoosh
Yeah,
across all 4 lanes of traffic. And I was like, oh my god, you're gonna cause an accident and I'm gonna have to watch it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of
Chicago be wilding out with Nick Cannon.
it's as we're winding down like the time things now. I mean, one thing I can say about Chicago is Chicago is always going to be like a part of me. It's like it raised me with the
Mm-hmm.
grit that I have. That's going to always be me. Going to always be. Now,
Mm-hmm.
living in Oregon, I have to learn how to differentiate that because like not everyone here is out to get me. You know what I mean? But in
Right.
Chicago, you got to carry like that meme mug. You know what I mean? Even with the just this face expression just changes it up. And it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to do that here. But
Yeah, but then you
Chicago's
like look around in the shadows, and then there's me peeking around
yeah, yeah,
the tree,
yeah. Like
and it's
Chicago's
just like it's me. I'm
yeah,
the thing that you should be scared of
yeah.
because I'm just sitting there. It's
Chicago
just like,
yeah. Chicago's gonna always be home. You know. Um great things, great people there. Um,
So,
super amazing experiences. Yeah, some super amazing experiences there, and it's one of those things where it's like I'm glad that I grew up in Chicago. So much history and things like that. And when me and my partner do visit, of course, it's going to be special moments and things and events and things that we visit there. But I told her, hey,
yeah, me.
yeah, look, I told her I'll go there to visit you, do it, check out some events, and then I'm hopping back on a plane instantly. I'm like, I don't have any business here, none.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, there's nothing else to do. You come for a day and then you leave.
Well, also, it's that, and it's just like a lot of things that cause me trauma in Chicago. I don't want to touch it. I want to leave it there. I want to
Well,
face it
yeah.
for what it
Well,
is.
also, like, what are you even gonna do?
Yeah. But yeah, I think like in Chicago, in Chicago or any place where a person is previously born and like raised at, I think it's just like that part of just like you don't want that energy. You don't want to feel that energy. So
Hmm.
it's like driving past, like, oh yeah, that's where I used to live. Straight to Midway, please. You know what I mean? Or O'Hare,
Mm,
like jump back on a plane and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I told her
oh my
like, hey,
God.
I'm getting
I
that
love
early.
I love the idea that you're giving your Uber driver a tour of the city as if they're
Yep,
already not
just
familiar
gone.
with it. And
Yeah,
you went
and just
back to
gone.
the airport. Oh yeah, so I used to live over there. That's
Yep.
where I went to college, right over
Yeah.
there. I
Yeah.
I had my first blowjob right over there. And
It's, yeah.
it's like that's the bean.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the idea that that's what you're doing, and like right over there, that used to be elementary school. It's closed down now.
Just like nah. You know what I mean? And then I'm becoming more of a person that travels via airplane and things like that. And just learning how to be more spontaneous, but also be more directorial. And just like, all right, I'm here for this, and I know my boundaries with this, so it's best that I don't roam and go here because this is gonna, you know what I mean. But that can be another
Mm.
topic for another episode. But I think that we're just about at the time frame now.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else
Sadly, yeah, we're
you
winding
wanna
down.
you wanna jump in?
Ah, I'm gonna just say that people are wild. It's
Mm,
never gonna happen. Or it's
yeah.
never gonna stop.
Hmm.
You're probably gonna be one of those people. Let's be
Yeah.
honest and
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
And it's an easy way to always have a free space in somebody's mind.
Hmm. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. We always appreciate and love you all for doing so.
Yeah.
If you would love to get more notifications about when we post other episodes, give us a like, a subscribe, follow, whatever it
Sure.
is you're on. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.